that can actually help you grow and build a career, and not just influence people in Kenya, but around the world. And in that regard, that means there's some certain elements of formality that also have to come along with it. Bookkeeping, something simple like saying, listen, this is how much I made this month, and this is how much I spent to be able to make that content. It could be a simple book or your diary, it could be an Excel sheet, and so on and so forth. It does not have to be something that is too crazy or a system that you must be able to maintain, but just some simple way or form to be able to track how are you actually monetizing your passion and your business. This will actually help you be able to create enough data for the people here on the ground to be able to evaluate. And I can say one more thing which is very, very important. A lot of the formal financial sectors are spent a lot of time trying to understand and how to underscore bigger industries, manufacturing, to understand what are your financial needs, what are your financial cycles, right? Do you need a moratorium on a payment for the past 6 months or 12 months before you can be able to start generating some revenue? And we need to work hand in hand to be able to establish those things, right? We cannot go say that, listen, this is how an agricultural sector is being monetized, and this is how we actually look at it from a credit scoring point of view, and do the same thing for creative. It's a completely different thing, and we need to work hand in hand with creative people to understand their space, to be able to give them financial access, financial assistance, and financial needs.
Excellent. You spoke about the cyclic nature of the creative industry, and that's how we look at repayment cycles because of the cyclic nature. Bula?
Thank you very much. I have a few pointers. First of all, confession, I am a trained lawyer. So I will have given a service to you if I walk out of here without talking about intellectual property. So please think of your business as a proper business. As he had said, your intellectual property, your creativity is your property. Your shamba yako. So please make sure that you figure out how to have that registered, figure a way out of how to have the same registered, commercialize it, right? Because that's the only way you can monetize it, right? And then you can't work in isolation. Find your tribe. Work with a lawyer, work with a manager if possible, work with an advisor for every level, okay? Then thirdly, it's good to find within your groups advocates, people who are, or lobbyists, people who are going to be in rooms that matter, and try to advocate for yourselves in terms of policies and laws that are going to be serving you within this country, or in this country for this particular sector. We have now the Creative Economy Support Bill, which came up last year, 2024. We are hoping that that's going to be passed into a law, and it's going to be revolutionary for us as the creative economy in this country. So people in this room already in your corner, the likes of Hiba Fund already in your corner, so do not have the victim mentality. So many people already supporting you, so try and take advantage of that and keep moving forward. Then before I forget, please do not think of the expenses that come with insurance, but insurance is very important. If you're creating something, figure out how to protect it. If you have intellectual property, the same way you're going to insure your car, find a way to also insure that particular property. It's also property. Otherwise, and including yourself, because if you're creative, then I don't want you, God forbid, something to happen, and then everything that you've worked for stops with you, you know? So if you're going to think of yourself as a business, find ways of also protecting that, and finding ways for it to continue working for you, even when you're sleeping, or even when it's passing, then you're not able to continue working, or in your later days. So it's very important to have people who can advise you and pass on some of this information, some of which will not even come even if you go to school. So there's some things that can only come if you have the right people who have seen things before you. And they are there, they exist. So try and surround yourself with the best people available. They are there. Thank you.
That's absolutely awesome. So thank you. Maybe I can mention that we also have insurance partners. I don't know if they came in today or they're here. Hi, Edna. Thank you so much. We work also with Pioneer Insurance to secure the creatives and other things that we surround the equipment, their lives, even the facility.
So I can think of 3 things that I would like to see from the creatives. I think one is improving your craft, the second one is dreaming big, and then that is getting organized. And I'll use an example of one of the creatives we work with that I see in the room, Nasieku. So they are part of a collective dance. So Nasieku herself has about 2.9 million followers on TikTok, but as a collective, in their group, they have about 30 million followers. So when they come to a conversation as a group, it's much more powerful than we came along. This idea of being organized is quite interesting. The other one is just improving their craft, you know. I spend a lot of time with creators every weekend, and things like every day I have to post 3 videos as an example. Consistently, every time is something that you can't forget, even as you try and get financing into your business. You have to keep training, you have to keep growing your craft, elevating your content to a different level. And then lastly is this idea of dreaming very big. If your dream was just Kenya, push it to Pan Africa. If your dream was Pan Africa, push it to global. Because the creative world has removed a lot of the geographical barriers. For a lot of the creatives I know, when they look at their followership, you might find that your biggest fans are in Rwanda. So this idea of pushing your dream beyond the norm and just thinking much bigger.
Thank you very much. I think a lot has been said, but what we expect from creatives, Longitude, is that please turn up. And turn up with your dream. Showcase what you want. We'll be there to support you. One of the things that sometimes faces the creatives is that non-confidence, where probably you don't articulate your idea very well. A lot has been said on how you do it. This is said on stage here, but when you're on your own facing a financial institution, you don't come out with clarity. We try and help you to do that. And we've done it working with various creatives. And there's a vulnerable group. The refugees, quite a number of them are creatives. And some come here, a foreign land, and they're able to thrive. Why not ourselves? So turn up. The late Chris Ruby, a very successful businessman, used to say that people think he's extremely rich, but he said to many people that there's so much out here. All you need to do is go to that he who has the capital with an idea, because they have the money, but they don't know how to translate that into an activity. He gave us a very big story how he bought the 2 rivers. He said he met a group of farmers who have this large land, but they didn't know what to do with it. And they said, I'll transform it for you. Just trust me with the pieces of land. He went to another person and said, I have the land, I need money from you. And he said that land was not his. The money was not his, but people think it is all his. So you have an idea, you have this idea, you want to shoot a movie, you want to start a huge dance group and all that. Be confident, turn up. All these financial institutions will support you.
Great. Chairman.
Thank you. What I would like to say is, dream big, but make yourself market. Make sure you keep the records. When we look at them as financial, we'll be able to say, we can understand your cycle, and be able to have the confidence that you know what you're doing. Number 2, look up to the people who are ahead of you. Let them help you, let them guide you through what you've been through. Number 3, when the money comes, please let it not control you. You need to control the money, because that's where we get a big mistake and you find the person, the creative who was doing very well, has suddenly become something else. But how do you do that? Bring the money to the circle.
So a lot has been said. What
want to tell the youth is be patient, because the fashion designers that we have on Shopify, and I've seen this for a long time, they start with a new collection in January and they give up by March, right? They're like, I don't have fabric, my ideas have disappeared, I can't do anything. So they make money, let's say, for example, during Valentine's Day, and by the time we are reaching Easter, they have no product, nothing, they're facing a stock out. It's because they have given out, right? So what I can tell the youth is be open-minded, be proactive, and don't give up. And I like what he said, right? Be proactive in a way that you package yourself in a way that you learn the financials, you learn why you're being stocked out in the first place, you know? Otherwise, if you just exist because you have a passion for something, you will not go anywhere. You'll just remain with your passion, but you will not grow. It won't be scalable. So that's what I'm saying.
And anyone, something else that's burning? Okay, thank you very much to the panelists. Perhaps I can also add a bit more information on Otter Copper and Otter Copper Plus that we are is deploying through the partners you're seeing here.